Sometimes the valves on your instruments don't go up and down the way they should. Let's look at one reason why today on Tech Tips. The valve stem is supposed to be straight up and down. So when you're putting it straight in, the amount of space on this side and this side of the hole in the top cap is the same. But you'll notice on this one here how much room we have in this spot and how tight it gets over here. And when we start putting that piston down, it gets really tight. It's to the point where it's actually touching, the valve stem is touching the top cap, and this gap is getting ginormous. Now on this one, when we put it all the way down, it'll actually stick because it wedges right up against the top cap. Let's show you how to fix that. Knowing that the valve stem is actually touching over here and open over here, we need to move that valve stem this direction. So the first thing you can do is you can take your thumb and just push on this. You're going to have to push pretty darn hard, but you can push that over and see if that's enough to get it to move. And it's definitely moved, but not quite enough. Let's show you the next step. The next thing is to take your canvas hammer, and remember, no metal hammers here, just canvas, maybe even your rawhide mallet. And what we're going to do is we're going to push this piston out of the way so we've got room to do it. And we're going to come in and hit it here. Now when you're doing this, you got to make sure you're not going to hit any of the brass sections. So you got to keep this up here and keep your hand around the hammer. And just give it a couple light taps to get out of your way and see if we've got enough movement in this thing yet. And I'm actually going to have to move this one this direction, being careful not to hit over here on this. Am I going to recommend you hit your instrument with a hammer on a regular basis? No, absolutely not. But this is one thing that does happen, is those valve stems get bent and they need to be bent back. So using a hammer like a canvas or rawhide mallet will get those moved back if the thumb pressure isn't enough for it, and can help the things move up and down like this. This repair may not be for everybody because you do have to have good aim and be confident enough to actually hit your instrument with a hammer. If you're not that confident, feel free to take it into your local repair technician and have them hit your instrument for you. If you want more tips, subscribe to the channel and we'll drop a new tech tip every single Tuesday. We'll see you next week.